Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for our 3-card weekly reading. So, this is the one where you think about a situation or challenge that you'd like to have some guidance with. We are using Sonia Choquette's Ask Your Guide Oracle cards. And the first card that came up for us, this is the one that is the attitude or frame of mind in which to approach the current issue or challenge, is Unconditional Love and Divine Mother. The 4 words associated with this card are acceptance, nurturing, fulfillment, affection. So you are a precious child of the universe. The Divine Mother is present, urging you to open your heart and drink from her cup of unconditional love. You're her beloved and treasured child. Feel her endless flow of divine love streaming towards you. Any self-rejection and self-criticism you may be feeling at this time are wounds inflicted upon you by an unconscious world and are not part of your divine soul. The Divine Mother is working with your soul to relieve you of these psychic injuries and doubts. Let her restore you to wholeness. Divine Mother's counsel: accept what is holy and true about you. You are a lovable and much loved child of the universe. The Divine Mother's love is available to you in all ways. Accept, breathe, relax, allow her nurturing vibrations to soothe your soul. Ask her to still your doubts and insecurities. The Divine Mother's message to you: you are forever my beautiful and beloved child. So that is the attitude or frame of mind in which to approach the current situation or challenge. Now we're going into the best way to shift the energy to a higher vibration. And this is card number 34, Deprivation and Prosperity Guides. So it sounds kind of bleak there for a moment, but let's read through. And again, this is just the best way to shift the energy. So the 4 words associated with this card are withholding and stinginess, paranoia, and frugality. Whether because of sudden change of circumstances or long-held patterns of lack, you may find yourself feeling overly concerned about your finances and security right now. You might be worrying that there won't be enough to meet your needs, so you're trying to conserve every penny. Your fears may even cause you to unconditionally seek others to reassure you or guarantee your needs in some way. The trouble with allowing these fears to take over your sorry. The trouble with allowing these fears to take over is that your insecurities will be felt by others and they will step back, fearful of being used for your security, creating a cycle of even more deprivation. This circle of fear and lack dries up the well of prosperity even further. So, happily, your prosperity guides are here to help you reverse this vibration. They inform you that hoarding and holding in any way goes against the divine flow of the universe, and it's the opposite of what's called for to create prosperity. The universal law of prosperity states that we receive what we give. The universe does not lack, lack only exists in our minds. The true source of poverty is an indication that we've disconnected from our divine source, which causes low self-esteem. So there is true source of lack in any area of life, whether it's money, comfort, security, or even love. So remember, this is about the best way to shift the energy to a higher vibration. So to get back into the flow of things, your prosperity guides urge you to reconnect to the source by being generous in all ways. Any stingy tendencies, even with yourself, can only keep you out of from divine supply. Reclaim your self-esteem by recognizing that you're a trust fund baby of the universe. Your needs will be met easily if you open your heart to receiving the universe's gifts. Connect to this flow by sharing what you can. A smile, a compliment, your assistance, your time. Your prosperity guide's message: tap into the abundance of the universe by sharing your heart. And now for our third card, and this is suggest what you're overlooking or need to become aware of in order to bring about a positive resolution. And this is card number 21, our Truth and Higher Self card. The 4 words associated with this card: honesty and discipline, clarity and intellect. Your higher self is present, activating your powers of reason and intellect. It asks you to develop clarity and objectivity when looking at your life, rather than interpreting events through the murky and distorted waters of emotion. Strive to see the reality of what happened in the past so you can acquire a more accurate understanding of what's going on. You may notice things that make you uncomfortable or challenge your ethics. Ask your higher self to give you the courage to stand up for your truth and address difficult situations at their core, rather than distance yourself or pretend you don't see the real problems because they make you uncomfortable. Like the child in the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes, your higher self is motivating you to not only see life more deeply, but to also share your perceptions with those around you. This is the time, for example, to address your unbalanced budget, look for ways to cut corners. It's also a time to acknowledge your over-expanding waistline and seek out what's really eating at you. This is when you need to step away from your emotions and dispassionately study the problems at hand so you can come to a solution without blame and projection. Ask yourself what the problem is, not who the problem is. Only then can you begin to find real solutions with productive outcomes. Your higher self is sharpening your perception and clarifying your view so that you can make important and necessary changes at this time. Carl Jung once said, when the diagnosis is correct, the healing begins. And your higher self's message is, look for the truth behind appearances. So this suggests what we could be overlooking or what we need to become aware of in order to bring about a positive resolution. And really, it sounds almost like the opposite of the last card, that we needed to shift the energy to a higher vibration. But it's really not. This card talks about kind of doing what you need to do for yourself so that you can be the best person you can be, and only then can you actually help the people around you. Well, folks, I certainly hope that everybody has a super fantastic week. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you all much love, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow.